Hey guys, Caleb here. Probably the biggest thing someone can do to customize their phone is to play around with a custom launcher. The most common now would be Nova, Apex, and there are a whole slew of others that are starting to gain traction. Those are, in my opinion, the best and most prominent now. One developer, Chris Lacey, awesome developer. Many will probably know him from TweetLanes. He came out with a launcher. It's called Action Launcher. It is in the market, and it is, let's see, I believe $4, but he has it discounted currently, and right now it is $2. I do not expect it's going to be that way very long. I believe that it is only expected to last for another day or two. So while that is the case, I wanted to go ahead and throw up a quick video review. Now, when you go here, he has a video. It's going to show most of it, and there are some images and all that jazz. That is fine and dandy, but I wanted to point out some of the flaws in my opinion. Okay, so I have Nova. Scrolls, I've got my gestures, swipe up and swipe down to do certain things. I can press phone to open phone, or I can swipe up on phone to open my text messages. That's just some of the stuff, including gestures where I can lock my auto rotate by just doing that, or two swipes up to go to settings. Those gestures mean a lot to me. Now, all that said, let's go and I will clear my defaults for Nova, and now let's start Action Launcher. I'll set that as my default home screen now. At this point, Action Launcher is loading, and one of the main things you'll notice with Action Launcher, there's a Play Store icon, there's a search icon, and then there's your all apps. And I've created some folders down here, and I've got my screens. Now I can't keep scrolling with infinite scrolling like I can on Nova, but there's two screens, and if you swipe to the left, you'll get all of your apps, which you can scroll through this way, or you could just press one of the, excuse me, it's hard to do while I'm looking through the video screen, or you could just press the letters and jump around that way. So it's, admittedly, this has been one of my favorite features for Action Launcher. I love being able to just swipe over, have access to all of my apps that quickly, and covers is another big topic of his. That's basically a folder. If I click on that, it's going to open Plume for me, obviously, but if you wanted, you could swipe up on it and it'll open up several other apps. He calls that a cover. It's essentially a folder that has a gesture on it. The reason why is you can see that little square there. I don't know, it's a nice thing, but it's essentially a folder that just has one app icon. I don't think it's a big selling point, but that is. Now, when you want to go into your settings, I saw here when I first downloaded, I was like, oh, okay, customize. This is where I'll go. And essentially, this is no different than if you just long pressed on your screen and you were going to add, a widget or an app or change your wallpaper. So I was like, gosh, is there no settings for this? I started playing around for a little bit, and I assumed settings was system settings, and then I realized they were both, and then I kind of felt like an idiot, but okay, fine. I'll click on settings. Oh, thank goodness. There's stuff I can actually play with here. Yes and no. I started playing around here, and I realized it was pretty limited. I mean, yeah, number of screens, the dimensions, it's limited. It only goes to 5x6 currently. I think Nova, you can go to 14x14. You can enable and disable your dock and the separator, blah blah blah. Not a whole lot going on there. You can make the action bar invisible. So if I went back here, by default it's all blacked out like that, and that just is not appealing to me. So I was really happy to at least see that setting. Now, at this point, my camera's about to die. I think I've made my point pretty clear. For $2, I definitely recommend picking it up. It's pretty cool to have, and I'm certain gestures are going to come, but for the time being, I just can't recommend it. It's a great launcher. It has promise, and I purchased it at $2 because I trust the developer. He's awesome, and I feel like the features are going to be there. But right now, I don't think it's going to replace Nova or Apex. Alright guys, do me a favor, spread the word, subscribe, and leave some comments. Let me know what you think. Thanks.